Elias Canetti was a German-language author, born in Bulgaria, and later a British citizen. He was a modernist novelist, playwright, memoirist, and non-fiction writer. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1981, for writings marked by a broad outlook, a wealth of ideas and artistic power. Life and work. Early life. Born to businessman Jacques Canetti and Matilda Neacuti in Ruse, a city on the Danube in Bulgaria, Canetti was the eldest of 3 sons. His ancestors were Sephardi Jews who had been expelled from Spain in 1492. His paternal ancestors had settled in Ruse from Ottoman Adrianople. The original family name was Canet, named after Canet Cuenca, a village in Spain. In Ruse, Canetti's father and grandfather were successful merchants who operated out of a commercial building, which they had built in 1898. Canetti's mother descended from one of the oldest Sephardi families in Bulgaria, He, who were among the founders of the Ruse Jewish colony in the late 18th century. The Ardites can be traced back to the 14th century, when they were court physicians and astronomers to the Aragonese royal court of Alfonso IV and Pedro IV. Before settling in Ruse, they had lived in Livorno in the 17th century. Canetti spent his childhood years, from 1905 to 1911, in Ruse until the family moved to Manchester, England, where Canetti's father joined a business established by his wife's brothers. In 1912, his father died suddenly, and his mother moved with the children first to Lausanne, then Vienna in the same year. They lived in Vienna from the time Canetti was aged 7 onwards. His mother insisted that he speak German, and taught it to him. By this time Canetti already spoke Ladino, Bulgarian, English and some French. The latter two he studied in the 1 year they were in Britain. Subsequently the family moved first to Zurich and then to Frankfurt, where Canetti graduated from high school. Canetti went back to Vienna in 1924 in order to study chemistry. However, his primary interests during his years in Vienna became philosophy and literature. Introduced into the literary circles of First Republic Vienna, he started writing, politically leaning towards the left. He was present at the July Revolt of 1927. He came near to the action accidentally, was most impressed by the burning of books, and left the place quickly with his bicycle. He gained a degree in chemistry from the University of Vienna in 1929, but never worked as a chemist. Career. A highly awarded German-language writer, Canetti won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1981, for writings marked by a broad outlook, a wealth of ideas and artistic power. He is known chiefly for his celebrated trilogy of autobiographical memoirs of his childhood and of pre-Anschluss Vienna, for his modernist novel writer.He, and for Crowds and Power, a study of crowd behavior as it manifests itself in human activities ranging from mob violence to religious congregations. He died in Zurich in 1994. Personal life. In 1934 he married Visitaubner Calderon, with whom he had a dynamic relationship. She acted as his muse and devoted literary assistant. Canetti, however, remained open to relationships with other women. In 1938, after the Anschluss uniting Austria with Germany, Canetti moved to London, where he became closely involved with the painter Marie-Louise von Montesquieu, who was to remain a close companion for many years to come. His name has also been linked with that of the author Iris Murdoch. Canetti's wife died in 1963. His second marriage was to Hera Bashaw, with whom he had a daughter, Johanna, in 1972. Canetti's brother Jacques settled in Paris, where he championed a revival of French chanson. Despite being a German-language writer, Canetti settled and stayed in Britain until the 1970s, receiving British citizenship in 1952. For his last 20 years, however, Canetti mostly lived in Zurich. Honors and awards: Pre-International, Grand Austrian State Prize for Literature, Literature Award of the Bavarian Academy of the Fine Arts, Austrian Decoration for Science and Art, Georg Büchner Prize, German Recording Prize for Reading or English, Nelly Sachs Prize, Gottfried Keller Prize, Paula Merritt, Johann Peter Habel Prize, Nobel Prize in Literature, Franz Kafka Prize, Grand Merit Cross of the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany. In 1975, Canetti was awarded an honorary doctorate from the University of Manchester and another from the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. In 1976, Canetti Peak on Livingston Island in the South Shetland Islands, Antarctica, is named after him. Works: Komödie der Eitelkeit 1934, Die Blendung 1935, Die Befriestaten 1956, Mass und Macht 1960, Aufzeichnung an 1942–1948, Die Stimmen von Marrakesch 1968, published by Hansa in Munich, Der andere Prozess 1969, Kafkas Briefen Verlies, Hitler Nachtspiel, Die Provinz des Menschen Aufzeichnung an 1942–1972, Der Orange, 50 Charaktere 1974, Das Gewissen der Wort 1975, Essays, Die Geratetisierung 1977, Die Fackel im Ohr 1980, Lebensgeschichte 1921–1931, Das Organspiel 1985, Lebensgeschichte 1931–1937, Das Geheimnis der Uraufzeichnung an 1987, Die Flyergenpin, Nachtrag aus Hampstead, The Voices of Marrakesh, Partienbillets, Die Englischen Jury 2003, Aufzeichnung an Marie Louise, Bibliography, Brian T. Andrea Mubi, Elias Canetti and the Counter-Image of Resistance. Thesis 11, August 2011, Volume 106, No. 17387. Brill, Leslie. Terrorism, Crowds and Power, and the Dogs of War. Anthropological Quarterly 76. Winter 2003–87–94. Donahue, William Collins. The End of Modernism. Elias Canetti's Autobiography. Donahue, William Collins and Julian Priest. The Worlds of Elias Canetti. Centenary Essays. Gentis, Roger Le Folie Canetti, Paris. Maurice Nadeau, 1993. Lombardi, Antonello Liscuola dell'Ascolto. Oralita, Suono e musica nell'opera di Elias Canetti, Adolphius Edizioni, Bologna 2011, ISBN 97888109474-5. The Wrens, Dagmar C.G. Introduction. A companion to the works of Elias Canetti. Morgan, Peter, George Kian and the Diagnosis of Delusion in Elias Canetti's Die Blendung. 20th Century Literary Criticism, Volume 157. United States. Gale, Parry. I. Attitudes to Power in I. Parry. Speak Silence. p.